If you're a purebred entrepreneur, you love the dark clouds.
When there's chaos and negativity around you, that's your chance to build an amazing business.
Mental toughness isn't something that you sample. It's something that you live in every day.
Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Everybody wanted to be an astronaut one day. Like every kid that I'm looking at, these good looking kids, they all wanted to be astronauts and pilots in 1957.
What do they want to be now?
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my moment. And by the way, it'll be fun, and in 9 years the world will melt. Everybody will not be an entrepreneur anymore. It won't be cool. They'll blame entrepreneurship for the melt, and I'll still be an entrepreneur, because that's what I've always been, that's what I am now, and that's what I'll be to the last breath. If you're a purebred entrepreneur, you love the dark clouds. You understand that the fake entrepreneurship era we live through loves the sunshine when it's good and happy and easy. But if it's in your DNA, if you actually are an entrepreneur, you know exactly why the upcoming era of dark clouds is going to be very important, because at the end of the day, this is a game based on merit. And if you don't know how to navigate those storms, you can't be an all-time entrepreneur. I love the dark clouds because they're part of the process.
Most entrepreneurs can't handle a major setback. You can't. You can handle a whole bunch of little setbacks, a little bit of punch to the face, but you can't handle a major setback. When there's a major meltdown, what do? Do you get back up? Do you find another way, or do you quit? And most entrepreneurs, most businesses will quit. Look at how many companies are still around. Look at the biggest companies in the world. How many of them were around 100 years ago? Not very many. Most companies go out of business because they can't adjust, they can't evolve, they don't love the dark clouds enough. Let's look at YouTube as an example. Whenever there's a major algorithm change, everybody's upset, everybody's complaining, everybody is freaking out, like, oh, I don't like it, right? They complain. I get pumped because it's my chance to win. Now, it sucks because it's a lot of work, because you got to figure out a new path. But everybody who's ahead of you, who's complaining, that's your chance to win. And so I'm going through it right now. I look at my channel, and making 3 videos a day might be a setback for my channel. Even this video, I don't know where it's going to be. It might be on my main channel, might be on a sub channel that I'm making. It's a big potential strategic shift for me to say going from 1 channel to 3 or 8. Haven't fully figured it out yet, but I'm pumped. I'm pumped. While other people are suffering and struggling and complaining that this is the new YouTube, I'm gonna test it out. Immediate action, let's go. It's not that loving the dark clouds, at least for me, it's not that loving the dark clouds. You want negativity to happen, you want there to be controversy, you want chaos to happen, you want your competitors to go out of business, you want it to be difficult. It's not that, it's that that's your chance to win. And so, the best thing I recommend is flip it in your head. Learn to tell yourself that this is the best. When everybody else is complaining, when everybody else is struggling, even when you put all this work into doing something and now it's collapsing on you, it's really hard to stay positive. Tell yourself this is the best. This is my opportunity to prove to myself and the world what I'm made of. And then if you can move from a place of resourcelessness to resourcefulness and find a path while everybody else is ahead of you and complaining, that's your chance to win. And so it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram, it's in business, it's in life. Be excited. When there's chaos and negativity around you, that's your chance to build an amazing business. Some of the best businesses in the world that you know of were built out of the greatest economic recessions in the world, because entrepreneurs stood up and said, I don't accept this negative situation right now. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to change it. And so make that tweak in your head. Whatever you're complaining about, whatever the market's complaining about, whatever the people ahead of you are complaining about, anytime there's a change in the economy or the algorithm, tell yourself, this is the best. You're going to put in the work. You're going to be the one person who puts in the work to figure it out and cruise past your competition. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is the dark cloud looming in your industry that everybody is complaining about that you're going to turn into a massive opportunity for yourself? Let me know in the comments below.
SEAL training became pretty hard, and a lot of guys weren't getting through it. So they designed a SEAL prep program.
Like a boot camp for the boot camp.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it was 2 months. In my last 2 years before I retired from the military, they sent me there to train these kids.
Wow.
To get ready for
18,
buds.
19, 20-year-olds, yeah.
Young kids. So when they get to Navy SEAL training, man, they were physical studs. They were running, swimming. I mean, they were hybrids.
Wow.
But they get the buds, and the same amount of people would quit.
Why is that?
This is why. We were training bigger, stronger, faster quitters. It's not about.
Not the mind.
That's right. We weren't diving into the sewer. Everybody's got a story. We don't share it on social media. We share our nice life on social media. We all have a dungeon. I'm just willing to talk about mine.
Yeah.
Most of us aren't willing to talk about it. I want to talk about my dungeon. I wasn't getting into the dungeon of these guys' minds. I wasn't building that so-called mental toughness. Mental toughness isn't something that you sample. It's something that you live in every day. So when something hard would happen to these kids, like in Hell Week, it would draw on something that made them very insecure. And they look for comfort. Whenever hardness comes, and you don't know what it is, it may be different for you than it is for me, but you go back to your insecurities. And then when you go back to your insecurities, you then look for comfort within those insecurities. And we all look for that cookie that your mom used to give you when you were sad, when you were sick. We look for our wife or our husband. We look for comfort. It's in those moments you must retrain your mind to think differently in hell. I wasn't training them to do that.
Why weren't you training them?
I wasn't training myself yet because at that time, I was doing what I was told. These guys need to meet a standard.
Physical standard.
A physical standard. The physical standard is not what they need to meet. It's a mental standard you must meet in life.
Some people they get on the show and they think, I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to work as hard. Or if I get an investor, it'll be easier. And it never works that way. Or they stop paying attention to detail.
Yeah.
Right. I've had a couple companies where it's like, all right, I'll hire people to do all the work. It's your company. Yeah. It's your baby. Yeah. Yeah. You've got to do, if you're not going to do the work, who is? And I've always felt, in terms of leadership, that my job is to put everybody around me in a position to succeed. And if I'm walking around the arena here, I'm picking up junk on the ground. I'm, helping customers. I'm trying to, convey to everybody that there's not a job that you would do that I wouldn't do myself. And a lot of entrepreneurs that fail, they lose track of that. They think, I'm the boss. I mean, I had a job one time and I was a horrible employee where, the president of the company spent more time telling me how I should dress than trying to help me close sales. Yeah. So you've got to do the work. And that's key.
Also, if you want to build confidence like GaryVee and others, check out my 254 Confidence Series for free. The link is in the description below.
On a bigger macro, patience and failure, they all ladder up to one thing, which is insecurity.
Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.